Today we're going to take a look at the site called StoryMaker, which is actually licensed under the Carnegie Libraries of Pittsburgh. And it's one of my favorite new sites that allows you to work with cartoon characters to create a story. And it can be used for a variety of subject levels and a variety of age levels. So let's just dive in and we'll talk about it as we go. Click here to begin. You type your name over here. So I'm going to type in my name, say OK, and you choose a character, and you have a whole bunch of choices over here. I'm going to choose this Einstein-looking guy, but just to show you, there's a bunch of other ones. A whole host of interesting characters. And you choose what their goal is. So he's going to travel. And where is he going to travel to? You could choose a setting over here. You know, if I chose something different perhaps, if I chose over here that I wanted him to find something, you can choose an item. So, in fact, you know what, since it's a more exciting story, let's just choose that he is going to find the special telescope. You say, okay, the scientist who found the secret telescope. If it's not the right title for you, you could highlight it, and you can write whatever you want. So, my story. Probably a less exciting title, but that's okay. You say okay to start your story, and you click on the arrow. Okay, you have this little guy come up over here. He's going to help you write it, but I'm going to skip him for right now. I'm going to say start story. They drop your character in from above. And when you click on your character, not only can you drag them to wherever you want on the page, let's say over here, but you'll see over here in the upper left-hand corner rather, you have interact buttons, you have action buttons, and you have emotions. So if I want to make him, let's say he's a worried scientist. Once upon a time, the scientist was worried, and notice that it's actually starting to type you a story. So, let's see if I can change this over here. Very easily, you could write late one morning, and you could change it to be whatever you'd like. This is great for students learning English. This is great for students who are young and writing stories. This is even great for older students. You could make it anything. You can create two different characters and have them act out the Revolutionary War. You could have them, well, I guess you need more than two characters, but that's okay. You can have them act out a scene from Shakespeare. You can do all sorts of wonderful things. So very simply, again, you want to add some scenery here. Let's throw a tree in there. The tree will drop in. You can move the tree. I'm going to put the cupcake over here. And if you hover over an item, it sometimes lets you add it to the item. So for instance, if I hovered over the tree, it drops it because it won't add it. If I add it to the little guy over here, he gets lit up in green. Now he's holding a cupcake. Okay, and it also will walk with him. So if I have him over here, he's worried, and there's this little genie type character. I'm going to drag them over here. And the genie is going to, let's say, our character here, by clicking on him, is going to action. Let's say we're going to, well, you could have him dance, fall, sing. Let's say he's going to roar. He roared while holding the cupcake. Okay, very cute. And interacting, I want him to give the apple, or rather the cupcake, to the genie. And it says over here, the worried scientist gave the cake to the genie. You can change the text over here as much as you like. It's really very, very simple to do. Okay, so to go to the next page, you click on the next arrow, and this process continues. So very quickly, you can change the scenery. Let's add something else over here. If you don't like the scenery, that's okay too. You can click on it and drag it off. You'll notice it disappears. If you want the character to leave, you do the same thing. So very simply, you keep on writing, and you actually can write without having any sort of interaction with the tool. So for older students, perhaps they'll write the story first and then animate it. When you're done, you go over here to end. You could say you want to share it with others, and what I love about this is two things. Number one, you can print out your stories, so students can actually have published work not only printed out for them, but they get this what's called a magic number, and from the website, the Carnegie website, they actually can enter this number and view their story at any time. The one catch is that they won't be able to edit it, but they can view it very easily. They could either create a new story, preview it, or print. Let's take a look. So far, so good. And it's really a very cool and fun way to create something. Again, as I said, you could think of a lot of creative uses for this. Obviously good for young kids, but as I said, if you think creatively, you could use this probably for any subject in any grade level. So that is StoryMaker. And it's a complicated website, so I'm going to attach that to the notes over here. carnegielibrary.org/kids/mystorymaker. And enjoy.